Guess which is the largest city in America with a gay mayor and a gay police chief?
Oh, I know this one. I know this one.
It's close. It's close by. Having a gay mayor of a large American city is rare. Having a gay police chief of a large American city is even more rare. Having a gay mayor and a gay police chief for a large American city is, well, it's never happened before. History was made yesterday as Fort Lauderdale broke that new ground. William Bill Schultz has more than 23 years of experience in law enforcement, has led innovations in the Fort Lauderdale Police Department, and is a proud member of the LGBTQ+ community. Now he is leading the department. In 2020, FLPD's Facebook page posted a video where Schultz, then a captain, talked about his career in law enforcement and being one of the first openly gay male officers the department has ever had. Schultz is clearly the perfect choice for the city. Fort Lauderdale Mayor Dean Trantelis, himself also LGBTQ+, is happy with the decision and hopes Schultz will improve the department. And rightly so, as Fort Lauderdale is the largest city in America to have a gay mayor and a gay police chief. Trantelis is running for re-election in 2024. Schultz's appointment comes with a lot of responsibilities amidst the current environment where hate crimes fueled by the terrorist attack, there's a lot more hate crimes being recorded because of what's going on in the Middle East and the terrorist attack on Israel by Hamas. The numbers have gone even higher nationally and in Florida. There are also hate crimes in other minority communities, especially among trans citizens. Many of these crimes are unsolved or unreported because of a chasm of distrust between citizens and police. Schultz says he has plans for this. Schultz, a graduate of the FBI National Academy and the Police Executive Research Forum's Senior Management Institute for Police, ensures other officers have experience in dealing with hate crimes. This is a much-needed step to ensure the community's safety and keep its spirit intact, and is a symbol for all in America to watch and emulate for the purposes of diversity and respect for all members of our communities. This is a really interesting story in that it was only a couple of months ago I did a story here on the last police chief who was brought in to help with all these issues.
Yes, and he put his retirement in.
He was fired.
No, he was he was fired. The most recent one, I believe, retired.
He was fired.
And then the one before him.
No, he was fired for hiring and promoting diversity.
Right.
Yes.
And he
was brought in to do that.
And he was brought in to do that, and he promoted 15 people.
Yeah.
6 of them were from marginalized communities, and they fired him for doing what they asked him to do.
Yeah.
So I'm really I'm confused about this whole article. I'm like, okay, is this a way to make up for the wrong firing? What is this?
Well, there
exactly?
has been a bit of a revolving door at the police department. I believe he's going to be the 5th police chief in 5 or 6 years. Okay, I was thinking of the interim person. Well, the person was fired back in February or March, and then there was an interim until Bill came. And so Bill is is technically replacing the interim. But yes, you're right in that he's also sort of replacing the person from a few months ago. But you're right. It's been 5 or 6 in the last few.
So I'm wondering,
months.
Okay, so now you have a gay. I mean, is that a token? They put that Trantelis is running for office. Like, oh, are we just gonna fill the role with and make it look good?
Right.
What are we exactly doing? Because I tried to research and figure out whatever happened with the last guy who said he was gonna make a lawsuit because they brought him in to increase diversity, and he did that, and then they fired him for increasing diversity, and then they kind of throw a Band-Aid over with a gay police chief. I'm not sure what's going on in Fort Lauderdale. You guys need to get it together up there.
Now, I'll tell you, I interviewed Bill. I was the first person to interview him after he got the appointment. This was about a month ago. And And the article is in Out South Florida, so, outsfl.com, so go check it out. But I'll give you a couple quotes here. He told me, "I'm just so happy to openly represent the LGBTQ plus community as a police chief in South Florida." And his first his first goal is to do community outreach, not just to the LGBTQ community, but also to our Caribbean community and our Hispanic community as well. And he told me, it wasn't recording, but it wasn't off the record. He told me that, yeah, it's a huge challenge, and that his first goal is to get out into the community himself with the Hispanic Fort Lauderdale Police Officers Association, with the Black Fort Lauderdale Police Officers Association, the LGBTQ group. He is not going to just send people. He is going to be going out and meeting with the community. Well, it's all good. It's all good to say it on day one. I know that we have to come back and do this story again in 6 months because we have to see how promises have been fulfilled. But I have hope.
I'm really, I guess, being a person from a marginalized community and watching when they promote someone who's a person of color, and then they're like, okay, our job is done, but no real systemic changes actually happen, and so all the problems stay there. That's what I'm worried about with this story. It's like, well, the last guy was doing what he was told to do, and that was an issue. So what exactly? And then he's like, well, I'm happy to be an out gay police chief. Okay, but we don't need a token. We need systemic changes. The LGBTQ community up here needs to feel safe. They need to know that the police department is working for them too and protecting them too.
Well, and I think
not harming them.
I think
so we need to make sure that the system is working the way it's supposed to. We don't need a token.
Those changes happen with outreach because it's through it has to, because it's through visibility and it's through listening and speaking and it's through interacting with the community that those things will start to emerge. And like John said, we'll do this story again in a couple of months and see where we stand. But I mean, it's very rare that I get a chance to say that I'm proud to be from South Florida or Fort Lauderdale.
Me too.
And this is one of those times. It's like, okay, this is, at least on the surface, it looks good. And so now let's get the substance there, as you're saying,
I mean,
Paul.
in Miami Beach, they just made the first time ever they have a black police chief. Wow. And they're like, what do you think about that? And I'm like, what do you mean? What do I think about that? I mean, are the police getting trained? Because they don't know what pronouns are. They're misgendering people. I'm getting constant calls and complaints from our community. We had hate crimes happen. We can't get them pushed up to hate crime level. The people are walking away. They're not even going to. It's like, I don't care what color the police is.
Well, that's why I don't go to Miami.
Change.
That's why I don't go to Miami.
Right. Greg, come on in.
Breaking news.
No. I thought you wanted to talk about this.
Well, no, just I agreed that I'm proud to say that a gay mayor and a gay chief of police. Hello, Fort Lauderdale. I call you home. Thank you.
Eric, do you have anything?
I don't have much to add. It doesn't feel so new to me because in California everyone's gay. So we had the gay police. So it's not my first time with the gay chief officer. But do I feel proud to live in Fort Lauderdale right now at this time? Of course. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, but I'd like to follow up with you. So let's go onto the field and find out more information in 6 months. I'd like to find out.
I love being in the field. But yes,
I always heard you were outstanding in your field.
But we will be following this story. Like I said, and I totally understand you. I'm willing to give Bill a break, perhaps because I've met him several times. But yes, we are going to follow this. Yeah. Your point of view
against Bill.
I know it's absolutely not
good at. I hope he doesn't get fired like the last guy.
Yes, so do I. We have high hopes. We have high hopes. It's a hard bar to clear, Bill. But you're the person we have. We're excited to have you, and best of luck. And keep my phone number and email on speed dial because I'm going to be following up on this.